Good morning, everyone. Today, I need you to hear this and I need you to hear it loud and clear. Stop being weak. Life does not care about your excuses, your feelings, or how unfair things seem. The world doesn't stop spinning because you're tired, unmotivated, or overwhelmed. It keeps moving, and it will either crush you or force you to rise. Jocko Willink says it best. Weakness is a choice. Strength is also a choice. Every single day, you decide which one you will feed. And if you keep feeding weakness by hitting snooze, by skipping the hard work, by giving into fear, you will wake up one day wondering why your life looks exactly the same, why you're stuck in the same patterns, why nothing has changed. The truth is brutal but simple. It's on you. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to drag you to greatness. You either toughen up or you get left behind. We live in a world that rewards comfort and excuses. Everyone wants the easy way. Everyone wants to feel good without doing the work. But that's not how real success is built. Comfort destroys ambition. Excuses destroy potential. Weakness infects everything. It bleeds into your habits, your mindset, your discipline, and your results. And if you allow it to control you, it will rob you of the person you could be. You think you have time, but you don't. You think you can wait until tomorrow, but tomorrow isn't promised. Jocko's hard truth is this. You are the reason you're not where you want to be. That may sting, but it's the best news you'll ever hear, because it means you're also the solution. You want change. Stop being weak. Stop making excuses. Stop lying to yourself about why you're not there yet. Weakness whispers to you every morning when you wake up. Stay in bed. You're tired. You deserve a break. Strength doesn't whisper. It roars. Get up. Move. Earn it. And the reality is, the voice you listen to determines your entire future. Weakness makes you a prisoner to instant gratification. Strength builds freedom. Weakness keeps you stuck in patterns of comfort and regret. Strength builds habits that transform everything. Your body, your mind, your finances, your relationships, your purpose. And this transformation is not about some big, dramatic leap. It's about small daily decisions. Jocko calls it discipline equals freedom, because the discipline to wake up early, to train when you don't feel like it, to work harder than anyone else, that is what creates real freedom. Freedom from debt, freedom from fear, freedom from mediocrity. But here's the thing, this will never be easy. It's supposed to hurt. Growth is supposed to be uncomfortable. You are supposed to feel resistance. That's the price you pay for power. And every time you push past that resistance, you get stronger. Every rep in the gym, every early morning, every hour of focused work when you want to quit, it all stacks up. You either build strength or you build weakness. There is no middle ground. Every moment of your day is a vote for who you will become. And if you think it doesn't matter, take a look around. Look at the people living in regret. Look at the ones who chose weakness over and over until it consumed them. That's the cost of giving in. But also look at those who chose strength, those who showed up, stayed disciplined, and refused to break. They are living proof that it's possible. Jocko's hard truth is this. Your feelings don't matter. Your excuses don't matter. What matters is what you do despite them. Nobody cares how tired you are. Nobody cares how hard your life is. What matters is that you show up anyway. You fight anyway. You put in the work anyway. And if you do that long enough, something incredible happens. You start to trust yourself. You start to believe in your own power. You stop being the victim, and you become the warrior. That's the shift. That's when weakness dies and strength takes over. So stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for someone to come and light the fire for you. That's your job. Stop expecting it to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. If it were easy, everyone would do it and everyone would win. But they don't. And that's why this speech isn't for everyone. It's for the few who are ready to stop being weak and start being strong. It's for the ones who are sick of their own excuses, tired of living in the shadows of what they could be. It's for those who are ready to get up at 4:30 in the morning, hit the ground running, do the work and repeat it every single day, no matter how they feel. Weakness is a habit. Strength is also a habit. Which one you practice today is entirely up to you. Jocko's hard truth is harsh, but liberating. You are in control, not your circumstances, not your past, not anyone else. You, if you want to change, then stop complaining and start executing. Stop waiting and start doing. Stop being weak. Start being who you were meant to be. Because if you don't, you'll wake up in 10 years with nothing but regret, wishing you had listened, wishing you had fought harder, wishing you had stayed disciplined. This is your wake-up call. No more weakness. No more excuses. From today forward, choose strength. Choose discipline. Choose the hard path. Because that's the only path that leads to freedom, to power, and to the life you've been dreaming of. Stay hard, stay focused. Get up and fight. Your future self is watching, and they're begging you to not quit now. Weakness is not something that just happens to you. It is something you choose over and over again, until it becomes who you are. And here's the truth. Jocko Willink delivers with brutal clarity. If you keep choosing weakness, life will crush you. Weakness isn't just about failing to lift heavy weights in the gym or skipping a workout. It's about every moment you give in to comfort, every excuse you make, every time you let yourself slide when you know you could do better. It's when you hit snooze because you're too tired, when you eat garbage food because you deserve a treat, when you scroll endlessly on your phone, instead of working toward your goals. Weakness disguises itself as kindness to yourself, but it's a lie. It whispers in your ear and tells you that it's okay to relax, that you've done enough, that you can do it later, but later never comes. Weakness robs you of your potential one decision at a time, until you wake up years later, wondering where your time went and why you never became the person you were supposed to be. Jocko's hard truth is that nobody can take away your weakness for you. You have to rip it out of yourself, day after day, through relentless action. That means doing what you don't want to do when you least feel like doing. That means getting up when it's dark, when the bed feels warm, when every fiber of your being tells you to stay down, because strength is not built in comfort. It's forged in resistance. It's born in those moments when you push yourself past the point of convenience and force yourself to execute. Every time you win that tiny battle, you weaken the hold that laziness, fear, and hesitation have over you. But every time you give in, you feed the monster that keeps you stuck exactly where you are. Weakness is easy because it asks nothing of you. It costs nothing up front, but everything in the long run. Your health, your dreams, your confidence, your future. Strength costs you every single day. The sweat, the time, the sacrifice, the discipline, but it pays you back with freedom, power, and control. The reason Jocko calls weakness out so ruthlessly is because he knows the stakes. Weakness isn't harmless. It's the silent killer of ambition. You don't lose to weakness in one giant collapse. You lose piece by piece, inch by inch, through years of avoiding discomfort. And then one day, you wake up and realize you've been living on autopilot, existing instead of thriving, settling instead of fighting. The first step to stopping weakness is recognizing it for what it is, the easy choice that feels good now but poisons you later. Strength, on the other hand, feels brutal in the moment. It hurts to wake up early. It burns to push through one more rep. It's exhausting to stay focused when distractions pull at you, but that pain is temporary, and it transforms you into someone who doesn't just survive, but dominate. Jocko's message is simple. If you want to stop being weak, stop negotiating with yourself, stop giving yourself an exit. Decide right now that you will no longer tolerate the version of yourself that settles for less, and then act on it relentlessly. Because weakness doesn't disappear just because you hate it. It only dies when you kill it with discipline. That means when your alarm goes off, You don't think, you move. When you don't feel like training, you train anyway. When fear tells you to hold back, you push forward. Weakness thrives in hesitation, and the more you think, the more it wins. Strength is about execution, without debate. Jocko says discipline equals freedom, because every disciplined act chains weakness down and frees you from the prison of regret. Weakness wants you to wait until you feel ready, but you will never feel ready. You have to start before you're ready. You have to take action when you feel unmotivated, exhausted, and broken, because those are the moments that count. Anyone can act when it's easy. Only warriors act when it's hell. And that's how you build the identity of someone who doesn't quit, someone who doesn't bend, someone who doesn't need to be saved, because they've already learned to save themselves. This is Jocko's hard truth. If you keep feeding weakness, it will own you. But if you starve it and feed strength instead, it will die. And in its place, you'll find the person you've been chasing all along. Weakness is destroyed the moment you stop running from discomfort and decide to face it head on, because pain is not your enemy, it is your greatest weapon. Jocko Willink's hard truth is that pain is the cost of growth, and every time you avoid it, you choose weakness over strength. Weakness thrives in comfort zones. It feeds off your desire to feel safe, warm and unchallenged, but strength is born in the fire of discomfort. It is forged when you do the thing you hate, when you push through exhaustion, when you confront fear instead of retreating from it. You have to understand this. The path to becoming unbreakable is paved with suffering, and instead of running from it, you must lean into it. Most people avoid pain because they think it means something is wrong, but in Jocko's world, pain is proof that you are alive, that you are pushing, that you are doing something that matters. Weakness whispers, "This hurts. Stop." But strength says, "This hurts. Good, keep going." The reason so many stay weak is because they let that first feeling of discomfort dictate their actions. They quit too soon. They tap out the moment it gets hard. But what they don't realize is that the breakthrough always comes after the pain, not before it. You can't skip the suffering and expect the strength. You cannot wish for resilience without earning it through trials. Jocko calls this embracing the suck, because that's where transformation lives. In the moments most people avoid, in the situations that break the average person. Weakness dies when you decide to not only endure hardship, but to welcome it. Every struggle, every setback, every failure is a training ground for toughness. If you choose to see it that way, the gym is a perfect example. When your muscles burn and shake, that's the signal they're growing. The same is true for life. Your mind is a muscle, your willpower is a muscle, and you don't strengthen them by avoiding stress. You strengthen them by loading them, testing them, pushing them past their limit. Jocko's hard truth is simple. Stop expecting life to get easier. It won't. Instead, get stronger. Instead of praying for fewer challenges, train yourself to handle more. Weakness wants the world to adapt to you. Strength adapts you to the world. That's the difference. Weakness says, "I hope this storm ends soon." Strength says, "Let it rain. I'll build a boat." And when you adopt this mindset, everything changes. You stop seeing obstacles as roadblocks and start seeing them as opportunities to prove yourself. Every hard thing becomes a test, and every time you pass, you become more dangerous, more capable, more unstoppable. Pain is no longer something to fear. It becomes the forge that sharpens you into a weapon. But here's what most won't admit. This transformation is lonely. It's not glamorous. It's you waking up in the dark while others sleep. It's you grinding in silence while others waste time. It's you sacrificing comfort, pleasure, and ease so you can build something unshakable inside yourself. And the weak will mock you for it, because your strength will expose their weakness. They'll call you obsessive, extreme, insane, but Jocko would tell you, good, let them talk. Let their words fuel you, because while they're sleeping and you're stacking victories, while they're quitting, you're pushing, while they're wishing, You're working. The truth is this. Every time you confront pain and push through it, you kill the weakness inside you and prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. That belief, that self-earned confidence, is what separates the strong from the weak. Weakness waits for permission. Strength doesn't ask, it acts. Weakness hopes for a better future. Strength creates it. Weakness waits for motivation. Strength shows up regardless. This is why Jocko is relentless about discipline, because it's not about how you feel in the moment. Feelings are unreliable. They change with the wind. But discipline is solid. Discipline gets you up at 4:30 a.m. when every cell in your body screams to stay in bed. Discipline makes you train when you're sore, work when you're tired, and keep moving when everything around you tells you to stop. And through discipline, you develop an edge that weakness can't touch. The truth is, pain is temporary, but weakness is permanent. If you let it control you, the only way to break free is to suffer on purpose, to put yourself through the grind until it no longer scares you. The stronger you get, the less intimidating the world becomes. Suddenly, things that used to crush you barely make you flinch. And that's when you know you've turned pain into power. Jocko wants you to understand, you can either live with the pain of discipline now, or live with the pain of regret later. One makes you, the other breaks you. There is no middle ground. If you want to stop being weak, then stop running from pain, stop searching for easy, and stop waiting for someone to rescue you. Face the struggle, embrace the grind, learn to love the process, because weakness can't survive in an environment of daily discipline and relentless effort. You either kill it, or it kills your future. The choice is yours. No one's coming to save you. No one's going to drag you out of bed, or force you to train, or build your dream for you. You either step up and do it yourself, or you accept the life that weakness gives you, a life of mediocrity, regret, and wasted potential. And if you don't want that, then today is the day you declare war on weakness. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Get up, move, push, fight through the discomfort, and keep going until weakness has no place left to hide. That's Jocko's hard truth. It's simple, brutal, and liberating. Stop being weak, embrace the pain, and transform it into power. Stay disciplined, stay relentless, stay hard.